there every single week. I think, it's a bit of reprieve for him. I mean, it really is to get away from A to B back in the locker room with the guys. I think it's a kind of a nice break. His wife's doing well. It's not like she needs his constant care the way she did after she first had her procedure. So I think overall it's a good thing. Another ticket text. The Lions will put together a top 5 defense, but if Stafford plays like he did last year, it won't matter. Going into last year, the offense was supposed to be the strength. Are we thinking too highly of the defense?
No, we're thinking too highly. No, I don't think we're thinking too highly of defense. We're talking about the defensive line. If the defensive line is not excellent, I will be very surprised and very disappointed.
I think everybody's forgetting the most significant change that I believe this team made.
Darrell Bevell?
Yes. Yeah. This offense, you have no idea what it's going to look like.
Well, and the other
you
thing
you don't know the plays. They were so stale under Cooter.
I gotta say, look, I'm gonna regret this. I know I'm gonna regret this. Did you say stale Cooter?
Yeah.
Or stale under Cooter? Hawkinson does look good. I hate to say it. I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry. I was out there Friday. He does look good.
I've heard.
I told you guys not to go out there while I was gone.
Training camp guy.
Don't get sucked in.
I'm not getting sucked in, but I'm just saying.
I heard he made some outstanding catches in last few days.
He was pretty good.
Great.
Great.
Gave him a game.
I know. Now that Luther Ellis, man, his engine's always running. But he does look
Prater
good.
look.
Prater looked fantastic. But are we thinking too highly of the defense? Yeah, probably. But I forget who wrote it. It was either Dave or Justin over the weekend. But, the last time the Lions had a very good defense was the year that Ndamukong Suh was in his final year with the Lions. And that year they had at times, dominant defensive line. They had a really good defensive line.
C.J. Mosley was
there was
Fairley actually played a little.
Fairley was still here. And Jason Jones was still here, right?
George Johnson would come in on third down.
They had a good defensive line. They had one of the top defenses in the NFL that year. They were a top 5 defense all year long on the strength of their D line. So that would certainly be the hope. And I'm with you. Barring injury, if their defensive line's not a strength, I would be shocked because it's not. Cornerbacks can fall down. Cornerbacks can get burnt. Defensive line, it's usually about strength and effort up front, and that's what they have in huge volume.
Look, I know this is turning to a passing, but if you can stop the run constantly and turn a team, make them one-dimensional, advantage you. I'm serious. Even if the secondary's not great, even if the linebackers aren't great, yeah, you're going to give up some stuff. But if teams aren't going to even respect your run, are afraid to run against you, advantage you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think they have a huge advantage.
Ticket text 97136. So now we're excited about other teams' rejects? Come on, they were cut for a reason. Okay.
He is coming off an injury.
Snacks Harrison was traded for a 5th-round draft pick. How'd that work out for you?
Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
13 teams wanted him, too.
Daniels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't call that a reject.
No, he's not. Was he 30 years old? It's not like he's over the hill or anything.
Right.
All right. It is clue number 2 for Random Tiger. He has played for 6 Major League Baseball teams. Clues 3 and 4 are coming up right after Tony's Sports Update on 97.1 The Ticket.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
The Seattle Mariners complete a sweep of a 4-game weekend series against the Tigers yesterday with a 3-2 win in 10 innings. Shortstop J.P. Crawford led the Mariners to the walk-off win with an RBI single in the bottom of the 10th, a hit that he admitted afterwards he wasn't all that sure was going to fall in.
I was praying on the way down the line, just sit, and Dylan made the right read, and we got the run in.
That lost the 6th in a row for the Tigers, who are now in Anaheim for tonight's start of a 3-game series against the Los Angeles Angels. First pitch this evening, 10:07. You'll be able to hear the game right here on The Ticket. Trade of note in Major League Baseball yesterday as the New York Mets acquire starting pitcher Marcus Stroman from the Toronto Blue Jays in exchange for a pair of minor league pitchers. That trade, the first of what's expected to be many. Busy next couple of days before baseball's trading deadline arrives Wednesday afternoon. Day 4 of training camp saw Lions players back on the field for another practice at Allen Park on Sunday. One of the early surprises of this year's training camp has been how close the competition has been at running back between the veterans C.J. Anderson and Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, the competition is awesome. I mean, we got a lot of good running backs. We got an offense that likes to run the ball. Offensive coordinator likes to run the ball. I mean, we're just trying to play to our strengths. You know, we got a lot of good receivers to keep the defense honest. Obviously, we have a great quarterback. So, I mean, I'm sure Dad is saying that like we have a lot of options, but it's on us to do it at the end of the day.
Bevel, of course, offensive coordinator Darrell Bevel. Even more playing time is now up for grabs at that position with the release just the other day. Theo Riddick. From the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, go to 971theticket.com. Jamie, who's he been? Stony.
Get a life, loser.
On 97.1 The Ticket.
Good Monday morning, everybody. It's another steamy day today with a chance of rain in the forecast as well. High of 86 degrees. We're in the process of giving away some Tiger tickets to see the Tigers take on the Royals on August 9th, and we are playing Random Tiger for that. So here's clue number 3 for Random Tiger. He made his debut with the Angels. He made his debut with the Angels. I'll give you clue 4 coming up in about 10 minutes. Once you have that, be the first caller with the correct answer, 248-539-9797, and you'll win those Tiger tickets.
Fall can't come fast enough. Football season and better weather.
Better weather.
Better weather. That's good.
Okay. So you were you're part of that Rieger part, because Rieger proposed this a couple weeks ago. Would you forego the rest of summer to get right to NFL opening weekend?
Yep. I would.
I wouldn't.
I would absolutely, positively not. No way. I had a great weekend this weekend.
The weekend was nice, but again, you're mentioning steamy weather.
Yeah.
I've had enough of steamy weather. Get me to the fall.
I love steamy weather.
Fall's great, but you know what?
So steamy.
Summer's wonderful. I mean, yeah, we have your, maybe a week total of disgusting, hot, humid days. But other than that, it's great.
And that's why they make air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So any other thing maybe about summer, Tony?
What's that?
Outdoor concerts.
Yes.
Nothing's better than outdoor concerts.
I agree with that.
Going up north is better than outdoor concerts.
Yeah. That's fine too.
Lake living is better than outdoor concerts.
Sure.
But that said.
Yeah, outdoor concerts are pretty good. And I went to one over the weekend. It was kind of, now that we live so close to DTE, we figured we better just start going to whatever we can go to when there's time to go, right? Because we can just walk there. I mean, there's no excuses. We just walk, have some drinks, get home if we need to safely.
So you walk. So how far?
We actually were going to ride our bikes.
Where would you have parked? Are there
Well,
bike racks?
we went there earlier. No, there's no bike racks, but there's trees, there's fences, there's places you can attach them to.
Okay.
But we couldn't, we had no air in our tires, so.
Gotta have air in the tires.
Yes, yeah. So we walked.
Okay.
Either way.
So how far's the walk?
It's like a mile and a half.
Oh, it's not bad.
So that's about, what, like 20, 25?
Yeah, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Beautiful day. Why not?
Yeah, nothing beats that.
Well, Tony doesn't like it because it's too hot.
It wasn't that hot, though. It was a really nice night. And so we decided to go to Hammer's house party Friday night.
Don't touch this.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Don't touch this.
Can't, don't, whatever.
Yeah. Please, Hammer. Hurt him.
Welcome back, Gov.
So it was MC Hammer. Julio was there.
Real quick, is he still MC Hammer? I thought he was just Hammer.
I think he's still MC Hammer.
MC Hammer, okay.
I don't follow him that closely. Maybe I think he's still MC Hammer. Coolio, Sir Mix-a-Lot, some other rappers I don't even know. And we had a blast. It was
Julio, did he do anything else besides Gangster Paradise?
No.
Not really.
Anything else?
Pretty much all of the performers did one song before Hammer got on stage. He was the main act.
Of course.
So
It's called Hammer's house.
Yeah, but
Did he do Too Legit to Start?
no, he didn't. He did not start with Too Legit. That was later on.
So let's rewind, if we could, 1 year.
Yeah.
So about a year ago, we were in Las Vegas. We were staying at the D. We did our broadcast out there, as we do every year. And there was this massive 80s concert we got passes to from our good friend Derek Stevens at the D. And amongst the artists performing was, Kid and Play, Kid
Oh my-
play.
There was so many. I can't even remember all of them that were there.
Well, the headliner was Vanilla
Naughty by
Ice.
Nature was there.
Yes, exactly.
Wasn't Biz Marquee there?
Biz Marquee was there, I think.
But anyway, Heather got up on stage
Did.
with Vanilla Ice for
Sure
the
did.
final performance.
So that's all Colin was talking about. He's like, was it a concert like this? I'm like, yeah, I think so. He's like, you got up on stage? I'm like, yeah, I did. So
Yes,
he's
I
like,
did.
how are you going to get up there this time? I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know if it's that easy this time at DTE.
Were you in the lawn?
No, we had VIP tickets, Stoney.
Oh.
And how much were they?
Under $15.
So did you get to go in that little VIP
Yes,
drinking
we got a
area?
little VIP drinking lounge area
Nice.
access. Yes.
I walked by there last week and I was like, that must be nice. The
Yeah,
VIP drinking
yeah,
area.
it felt very special. But it was a little different than the Vegas show, and maybe it's because there was different performers or a different venue, but it was really cringeworthy the majority of the time.
Oh.
MC Hammer did great, I thought, for his age and everything that's going on. I thought he did a great job.
Did you do that MC Hammer shuffle? The little
For
dance?
sure. I mean, he was dancing the entire time.
Because when you posted a picture on, I forget which, I think Instagram. And it looked like he was standing next to you.
He was.
Because did he come down in the audience?
He
Or it's
did.
because you were in the VIP area, or both?
Well, probably both.
Okay.
So he came down. He had to perform one song in the audience. I guess he shot his music video at Joe Louis Arena. So he's like, I've got to be down closer to the people to sing this song. So he got down and he kind of walked through the crowd. And he only went, a certain distance.
Right.
He didn't go all the way up. But yeah, right next to us, right there. I could have touched him, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Because it was hot and he was really,
He said,
really
don't,
sweaty.
he said, don't touch
He
this.
said, don't touch this. But a lot of the acts, it was really tough to watch. Like, we actually started feeling kind of bad for them. Coolio in particular, I don't know how old he is now, but
Hammer's 57. Here, I'll look up
his
Coolio.
age was really showing. He was having a hard time breathing.
I
He
gotta
was
imagine
sweating.
it's that
55.
rap. It's something I kind of just thought about. It's got to be harder to do that at an older age than it is to do other types of music.
Yeah, and it
And I don't
was-
think I'm making a huge assumption here, but that rappers in general, like even in their prime, I don't think they're on drugs when they're on stage. Like I don't think they're like heavily drugged up like a lot of rock stars are. And I think a lot of rock stars use that almost as their fuel. I mean, how can you look at Ozzy Osbourne?
Well, look at Mick
Like, I can't
Jagger, look at Bruce
explain
Springsteen. These guys are in their 60s or 70s, and they're still rocking out as if they ever did.
Yeah.
I mean, Mick is still doing something when he's up there, right?
I don't know. I would assume so.
With his heart, I don't know idea if he is anymore.
Well, that's recent.
Well, Keith does. I mean,
I think you are making assumptions, though, about rappers. I bet you there's a lot of
Yeah.
rappers who are on stuff.
Oh,
that are
well,
out there.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, they're getting high before. Yeah.
Well, I think the rockers use more than just getting high.
Okay. Coolio's 55.
I think a lot of
okay.
rappers are drinkers, like up on stage.
I have no idea.
I have no
yeah.
idea. I don't know,
But it is kind of sad if you see people who are just kind of hanging on.
They only performed, the opening acts only performed about one song. And at the end of that one song, they were dripping in sweat and visibly out of breath.
Yeah.
And you just kind of watched and thought, I wonder how long they're going to push this. Like, when are you going to say, I'm done touring?
If you're, older and are touring like the Stones are now, and like Bruce probably will in another year, you owe it to your fans to at least be in shape and put on a lengthy show.
Well, no, but not if you're only doing one.
Well, that's the problem. I mean, why even bother? I mean, obviously they're getting paid.
But how much? For one song,
But
how much are they getting paid for?
I don't know how much they're getting paid. But quite honestly, would you want to see a second Coolio song? I mean, seriously.
I don't know.
I got some new stuff I want to try on you. No, Coolio, play
we
Gangsta's
don't want any.
Paradise.
No, nobody wanted new stuff.
Yeah.
None of them played.
I mean, I remember
new
when we
stuff,
went to that
but-
show last year. Is it Biz Marquee? Is it Biz Marquee who sings "You Got a Friend"? Or not "You Got a Friend," but "You Got What I Need"?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, then Biz Marquee was there as well.
Okay, but that's if I remember correctly, that night in Vegas,
Yes.
I believe he only performed that song.
Did he really see? And I
Because
don't
I don't
remember
know what
as
his
much
other
in
big
Vegas.
hit was going to be, right? We always joked during the St. Louis Blues run about Laura Branigan.
Right.
If Laura Branigan were still alive, she'd probably play Gloria, and then she'd get off the stage, because that's like her only song.
Yeah, there were a lot of one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
They had the one-hit song, and that was all they
But that's
had.
probably all you'll want.
Probably
At
right.
Hammer's house
Probably
party.
right.
Right. if you have 10 artists or however many there are, yes, you don't want each artist to play like 6 or 7 songs.
I
You're
guess
there
not.
for all night. I get that.
And then in between each artist, there was a DJ. So, I mean, I was taken back to my childhood. So when MC Hammer was on, it reminded me of the roller skating rink because I was very young when he was popular. So I remember hearing his music as I'm roller skating. And then the DJ reminded me of like freshman year homecoming dances. It was like...
But that's the whole point, though. So it's a giant
Yeah, it was great.
nostalgia tour.
No,
Yeah.
it was awesome, but it was interesting.
Was it crowded?
I'm guessing not if you
Not
got
really.
$15 VIP tickets.
Not really. There's a lot of people there, but not like a typical concert there.
So I worked for about 1 year on WRIF with Mike Clark, the late Mike Clark, when Drew and Mike were together, but Drew was not on the show for a while, so it was like Mike in the morning. And one morning we interviewed Hammer, and he came in studio. And he was kind of running late, and Mike had perhaps the worst peripheral vision of anybody I've ever seen. So he's sitting there, and we're killing time because Hammer was running late. And he's reading all these legal issues that Hammer had gone through, like bankruptcy and lawsuits. And he's like listing off all these horrible things about Hammer. And while he's doing that, Hammer comes into the studio, sits down next to him, has his headphones put on, and Mike is still reading his article. We're all like, stop talking. He's sitting right there. And all of a sudden, Hammer cuts him off and goes, that stuff's not true. And I was sort of like, oh my God, yeah. It was very uncomfortable. But then we had a great time. He was fantastic. And he actually grew up in a city not far from mine. So we talked about how we had similar upbringings.
Oh, yeah.
That was from Oakland and I was from Lafayette.
That was pre-Warriors, too. He's probably all into that now.
That was pretty
We should
Warriors.
have him on the show.
Wasn't he like Ricky Henderson's guy?
Yeah, I loved Ricky Henderson.
I mean,
Yeah, he was like an honorary A. Like they signed him to like an honorary
But
contract.
he was like, he worked
Security.
in the clubhouse,
Yeah,
didn't he?
Exactly. All right, it is 7:13. We've got to give you clue number 4 for Random Tiger. He was involved in a trade that included Brian Holiday. Brian Holiday. He was involved in a trade that included Brian Holiday. If you know who it is, call now, 248-539-9797. Heather has news up next on 97.1 The Ticket.
Well, if you need a new home or a house, Capital Mortgage Funding, Harry Glantz, Dan Burke, that's basically a house party because they charge you no fees, no outrageous fees, no outrageous costs. So you're celebrating great customer service from a local company, part of the community. They've been here for almost quarter of a century, if not longer, and they're consistent. They're always here. You hear people talking about them for a long time. It's not like they're here and they're gone and they're back. No, Capital Mortgage Funding, consistent, great customer service, 1-800 low rate. They won't put you in a bad mortgage program like other companies do, like other companies did. Capital Mortgage Funding, been around for a long time, and it's customer service. They're not headset phone dorks or sitting at some call center. No, they're right here in Southfield on 12 Mile Road. They know what's best for you and your needs. Call them today, 1-800 low rate. Capital Mortgage Funding, absolutely, positively the best mortgage bank.
Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Launch Freeway southbound at the Davison. There's a crash blocking the right shoulder. Also, a disabled vehicle has been moved to the right side on 75 northbound at 14 Mile Road. And a truck lost metal debris. It's across the road on Telegraph northbound at 8 Mile. For same-day service of your air conditioning or plumbing, call Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. 37 years in the business. A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. 800-924-2123. MastercraftHeating.com. I'm Michelle Pena on the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
The Detroit Tigers play the Los Angeles Angels. Pre-game tonight at 9:40 on 97.1 The Ticket.
It's Motown Harley's 000 event. 0 cash down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until after summer on any new Harley this week. Annual percentage rates such as 1.99% and no payments until after summer on any new Harley. Motown Harley's 000 event now through Sunday.
On approved credit. Hey Detroit, do you have a taste for some of the finest gourmet salami sticks, hunter sausage, beef jerky, or pickled sausage? I'm talking flavors like hot and spicy, honey barbecue, garlic pepper, habanero, teriyaki, and many more. Then get to Kubish Sausage, home of Long John Snacks in Shelby Township and Auburn Hills today. Or go online to KUBISCHsausage.com and place your order now. Since 1936, Kubish Sausage has been committed to a long-standing tradition of providing the highest quality products. Taste the difference today.
Mission
considered switching internet providers?
I don't even remember. Running a business keeps me pretty busy.
Let's compare your current provider to Comcast Business. Are you getting fast, reliable internet?
Sometimes.
How about a full suite of innovative services like separate Wi-Fi networks, 4G wireless backup, and advanced voice solutions?
I highly doubt it.
Sounds like Comcast Business could give you more. Make the switch to the nation's largest gig speed network now and get an amazing deal. Right now, get fast 75 megabit internet for $49.95 per month for 2 years when you add 2 voice mobility lines and sign up for paperless billing and autopay. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Comcast Business. Beyond fast.
Monthly service charge increases by $10 without paperless billing and autopay. Offer ends 8/21/19. Restrictions apply. New business customers only. 2-year agreement required. Early termination fee applies. Equipment taxes and fees extra subject to change. Backup limited to up to 8 hours.
Kelly Van Dyke Dodge has the deals the other dealers won't. We're overstocked and must sell off new surplus inventory regardless of loss. So drive 2 for $222. Drive a new 19 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4-wheel drive and a loaded 19 Dodge Journey GT all-wheel drive for just $222 per month. Well equipped, no hidden charges, no additional destination fees. It's a real deal. Drive 2 new cars for just $222 a month. Only need 1 car. Drive a loaded Journey GT all-wheel drive, just $89 a month, or a new 19 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4-wheel drive from $139 a month with no money down. Worried about credit? Forget it. We approve almost everyone. Only Gallianis Van Dyke Dodge does 2 for $222. See us at VanDykeDodge.com. A summer clearance event.
Welcome to Office Depot. How can I help you?
We're getting her organized for back to school.
Yep, got my green notebook and folder for chemistry.
I mean, science is always green because, of course.
Right, because math always has red notebooks.
Right, because blue notebooks are for English, and yellow are for social studies, and purple is for music, and, are we twins?
No. Get everything on their list from the advisors at Office Depot Office Max. This week's Doorbusters school backpacks for $10. $10 in store or online at OfficeDepot.com. Limit 2 excludes New Balance.
97.1 The Ticket is partnering with the Transportation Improvement Association to remind you to keep your eyes on the road and hands on the wheel. Together, we can save a life and prevent injuries. Go to 971theticket.com for more information. Made possible by Oliver Law Firm in Livonia.
Thunder Over Michigan Air Show, brought to you by Yankee Air Museum. Grid Style Air Show Majors is this weekend at Willow Run Airport. Walk amongst history with a vintage and modern aircraft display. Take a flight on a B-25 or B-17 bomber. Witness the world's largest World War II air and ground battles. Discount tickets now at YankeeAirMuseum.org.
The station where your opinion matters. 97.1
All right, congratulations to Paul from Gross Eel. He knew that the random tiger was the great Bobby Wilson.
Oh, one of the great catching duo the Tigers have right now.
36 years old, played for 6 Major League Baseball teams, made his debut with the Angels, and he was involved in a trade that included Brian Holiday. Bobby Wilson, Paul from Gross Eel knew that, and he won himself a pair of tickets to the Tigers take on the Royals Friday, August 9th, courtesy of Chevrolet, the official sponsor of the Detroit Tigers. Now, we also have more stuff to give away.